Ohayo gozaimasu. Yes, everyone. It's Monday morning and it's time for another car video. Only once a week. Car video. From me, the Tokyo real estate man. And this is an interesting car. This is a car you might not know too much about, which is called the Mazda Brawny. And Brawny is just like it says, meant to be. The image of it is meant to be really strong. This is one of the more class. This really doesn't come that much into the North American market. I've never really seen too much of it here. And in Japan, it's always been, excuse me, I'm sorry. Mazda has always been a very sort of minor corporation inside Japan, but here in North America, actually I see a lot of Mazda cars, so I think that their international sales are much more than they are in terms of their domestic sales. Anyway, this is an interesting car here. This is it in its more of its classical form. This is a 2005, and I thought we could click through the pictures here and have a look. We'll go to these here. Okay, high quality pictures right there. Takaga shitsu no shashin o miru. Okay, which is a high quality pictures. Anyhow, let's look at it right here. It's a cool van. A lot of people might be familiar with the Bongo, but I wanted to show you this van in its sort of classical form. And this is more of, you see, it's kind of a really popular van, and this is selling for 35,000 Canadian dollars. So it's actually a pretty expensive price in my view for a 2005 vehicle with 120,000 kilometers on it. But it's got some style to it, which I do like. And it is a pretty clean looking car. And there's one thing you'll see about it coming up. You can see the Mazda symbol there. Right there. There's the Mazda M right there. And I'll keep going through the pictures here. Manual transmission, I don't like that so much. And Otani. Oh, he's just an amazing, this guy. He's just amazing. Shohei Otani. And then I think he's from Morioka. Keep going through the pictures here. And it's just standard 2005. Everything really clean, 120,000 kilometers. But again, you might need to redo these tires, it looks like. And then this is, it is diesel. This is a good kanji to learn. This is K, which means karui, like keyoshi, you could say, is a word for adjective. And this is U, which is abra, which is for, and this is diesel, as you can see right there, diesel, and you can see KU. So yeah, I was looking at some samples of diesel, and I was looking at one that was near 500,000 kilometers. Anyhow, this is one of the Brawny, and the Mazda Brawny is just, the image of it is meant like it's supposed to be, like strong and brawny and stuff like that. Anyway, it said it's an automatic right there, it's an AT. Okay, so I could have been wrong about that. Anyway, we'll come back here to the sort of search results here, and there's sort of really interesting things happening. This is again the Brawny in its sort of a more classical form here at 2004, 2000 cc's. Do we have, is this diesel right here? Is it perpetually made in diesel right here? It doesn't indicate here in the first part of the listing. Oh, I'm not going to open that listing up anyway. We'll just keep going up to the top. And the interesting part is, would you look at this? This is the sort of new Brawny, which is about, this version of it is about 5 years old. This is a 2020. With 9.9 mon, which is 99,000 kilometers on it. Again, you have the 2000 cc Mazda engine with it, but that sure looks to be looking like a Toyota to me. So I might have seen the Brawny in recent years in Japan. However, I think I might have thought it was a Toyota Hiace. And yeah, I think this is kind of like perhaps a Mazda version of the copycat. And you can see again the Brawny 2009, 89,000 kilometers. There's a 2000 cc engine. Does this one say it's diesel? I don't see diesel on there as well. There you go, another classical sort of Brawny. There he is right there. There's the more classical Brawny right there as we get to the top here. But again, now this is interesting right here. This is a 2019, and this is when the Brawny starts to change over to this sort of Hiace copy version. And although this doesn't seem to be oh no, there's no way that you could get a 76,000 kilometer Hiace from 2019 for $17,000. So inside the Japanese marketplace, this is presenting like a, it's just what's happening though. The Toyota Hiace is so, it's just this huge standard. If you look at the Nissan Caravan valuations over time, they just plummet in relation, and so does the Mazda. But the Mazda doesn't start at such a high price. The Mazda here, the best one I saw here today, is about $45,000, and it's a really, really interesting sample. We'll get to it. Should we crack this open and have a look at it? Okay, we can just look at it briefly, quickly at the pictures, so you can see kind of what I'm talking about. We'll go here to the Takagashitsu, which is the high quality pictures. I thought I clicked it. And does this not look like a Hiace to you? It sure looks like a Hiace to me. The very same shape, everything. But does that really surprise me in some ways that Japanese culture is sort of copying each other and blending into like a popular formula or a popular sort of just mode? And so it doesn't surprise me in many ways too. And you can see here, like this is totally not a Toyota dashboard. And try to get some other pictures on here. But this one had 77,000 kilometers. Pretty good deal. If there's a Hiace for this price from 2019 with that many kilometers on it, I would buy it. So like I would buy it today. I would not even send my look at that reflection, by the way. That's Mitsubishi Delica. Oh, Tokyo. I just bought a Delica the other day. So yeah, that's the Mazda right there. So I wonder if that is I wonder who owns that Delica right there. That Delica D500. Anyhow, I want to keep looking at some other samples because this is going to get interesting. Stay with me here. Stay with me here. This is going to get really, really interesting. Okay. There you can see the Brawny. Are you Brawny today? At first, when I was reading it years ago, I always thought it was like a bro. Hey, yo, bro. Because this says, it also says bro. But then I was like figuring it out years ago, and I was like, I think that might be Brawny, and it says like Brawny van. But it also says bro. So I'd be like, yo, Brony. And then bro, and then knees too, obviously. And then van is ban right there. So there's the one in its sort of classical form. And I like the classical form. That kind of looks like that first wave of Hiace that ends in about 2002, if you're familiar with the Hiace. So maybe they're even copying the Toyota at that point too. Anyhow, it's interesting. Here is again, let's look at this here. The 2020, 56,000 kilometers for $21,000. That's a really good deal. It's a better deal in some ways than the Hiace. However, the Hiace is just going to hold it. The Hiace is going to hold it. I'm looking at a Hiace right now, a 2010 Hiace. I kid you not. Where is it? Where is that one? Oh, I don't think I have it open. Do I have it open there? Do I have it open there? No, I don't. I didn't open that one there, did I? I might have closed. Oh yeah, this is the one I'm looking at. I'm looking at buying this Hiace, this 2009 Hiace, 46,000 kilometers for $21,000. It's 10 years older. It's basically the same price. So, yeah, it's just like studying this. I just really love one of the great ways, if you're interested, if you're a person that's interested in the car business, a young person or someone that is, what you just have to do is look at listing, and it's the same as real estate. You just got to keep looking at listings, and when you keep looking at listings over time, you gain an ability to judge price. So you just have, whether it's real estate or cars, just a matter of look. I would just look at every day. I would probably look at cars and real estate together. I would probably look at about 100 listings a day. and then that's what keeps you being like a top buyer. So you see, you go, it's basically the same price, 10 years newer. The kilometers are the same, but yeah, the other one's a Toyota, and then so I'm going to go with the Toyota. But that Brawny looks pretty good. But that, if you know the first wave of Hiace sort of vans, or the early 2000s or the late 1990s Hiace vans, this is very much similar to it. Now, you're not going to believe this one sound. This is a nice sound. But here you go. This is much more. We looked at that first one we started on the video, 2005. This is 49,000 kilometers, 2003 for 13,000. This is an interesting price. And you can look at this dealership. Look at how good this dealership is. We gotta click this open and have a look at it. Look at what this dealership is doing. Kind of reminds me of the Japanese wedding business chapels. And I was in the wedding business a long time in Japan. And this dealership here, this dealership is in Guma. I guess it's not surprised it's in Guma. Now that I see that it's in Guma. Okay, this should crack it up. Okay, this is the dealership, and this is like, you can see that they got cars here in the back. But what Japanese, really the great Japanese dealerships do is exactly what this one here, caraholic. This might be me. I might be a car, but this is how you're going to get, if anyone wants to be a good buyer. This is how you get to be a good buyer. Is just looking at things over and over and over again, and you become a caraholic, and then you can be a good judge. But you can see that this is likely the jimusho, or the office for this dealership, and they would always take their pictures, likely, if we go to this next picture, it could be in actually a different position, and they're trying to always have their branding in the back. This is what the great kind of like great Japanese car dealerships do. They've moved the van to different positions, but they want their dealership branding. And even this house, which the owner could possibly live in, okay, it's their office or jimusho, and 多分このちっちゃいの会社の社長さんこの家住んでると思いますよ。Now I said in Japanese because I think the shacho, he could not live there either, but it's a possibility they could actually live in this house, and this is used in their sort of imagery. I've seen this because I look at a lot of listings. I've seen this dealership over the years. So that was truly caraholic and Brawny. But you can see how, like Japanese, like steel, you could use the word caraholic, okay, for example, in Japanese, alcoholic, caraholic, right? They might have like discovered this word, and they're going to call it like, it's a great name for a Japanese dealership. But if you phone this Japanese dealership and try to talk to them, no one in the Japanese car business speaks any English. Only me, the Tokyo real estate man. No, they just don't. It's just a really Japanese business, and that's why I kind of and that's really the same with the real estate business. So you find some people that speak some English and stuff like that, but for the most part, these are Japanese dominated businesses. Anyhow, you can see here there's a 2021 48,000 kilometers. You can see this is a little bit of a jump up in price. There could be some other specs I'm not seeing on it though. 2000 cc. So you can see here though too, right, that this Mazda's had this 2000 cc engine here for a long time. So they've got a long sort of history, and they're confident in it, even through transition of sort of mode or shape and stuff like that. But they're confident in its sort of engineering and its production and stuff like that. The Hiace is 2700. So, and then when you go, it could be up for the diesel, going to be 3000 cc, and then the NV350 is which is the Nissan product, that's 30,500. And I was driving here in Vancouver on my e-bike the other day, and I cruised by this big Nissan van, and it had I think it said NV350 on the side. So the 350 is sold also abroad. So a lot of these companies, they stick with the engines they've had in production for years because they're just confident in it. Yeah, you can see another C 2000 cc 2003. What do we got? 34,000. So you could really start to pick off some good stuff when you're looking at it. And I've chosen this here too. Oh, thank you. Someone's getting a hold of me on Instagram again. I've chose it in what's known as the Soko Kyori Tsukunai Jun, which is every time we're going to go up, it's going to be less. So we're going to get to some pretty new product here at the very top. And this kind of stuff, yeah, you see, if I were to switch this to, well, I'll switch it at the very end when I'm done making my point with this, and you can see what will come up. Okay, right here you're looking at something with 4,000 kilometers for 2024. See, look at this run now. This is in Nishi Shikoku Mazda, so this is right from the dealership right there, and we're getting at really near prices. And you know what, this is a really good deal. Okay, like let's compare it, okay, to the one car, the Toyota Hiace that I'm looking at. This is 2009, 46,000 kilometers for $21,000. This Mazda, you can see what the Mazda is trying to carve out with this car in the Japanese marketplace, and they're copying the Hiace, they're copying the Nissan Caravan, but their price point here, this is a really good deal. And from a and there's other things you can look at to understand this. I'll click it open so you can understand. Okay, so here we have the brand new car. This is basically brand 4,000 kilometers, so it's a used car. Okay, now when you come here, sometime here you see you can do, here's like the loan simulation. So like if you click it on here, you can do, this is what's known as, it's the same as real estate. If you guys are watching, yeah, it's not, you're not gonna have to put that much down. Let's say you put on the car, on this car you would probably have to put about let's, if I can actually get that mouse, let's say 71, which is $7,000, and this is, okay, this is the shakin, or the amount that you have to loan. Okay, and this is the, I have to enter how many months. Let's say you want to do it over 5 years, which is 60. Oh my god, my mouse. Oh my god, Tokyo Real Estate Man, you're the only one who uses the mouse. Okay, so you're going to be able to buy, this is right here, you're going to get this new car, okay, for $300 a month. Okay, now this, put yourself, like, not in the, don't think of this in terms of real estate. Okay, you have to think of the Mazda Brawny as now Toyota is king. Okay, Toyota is king, but Mazda is trying, you can see that they're trying to carve a place for themselves inside the marketplace. So maybe a tradesman, okay, who just had his second child, who wants a new van for his work, okay, he can then, because this is going to be a tradesman car. That's why it's called the Brawny. It's for the strong guy. Remember the dealership I was talking about, Flex? They're sort of the same sort of psychology. They're looking for someone brawny, like a tradesman, and they might buy this because they can get a brand new car for $300 a month over 5 years while they're working in it every month. Okay, this is a bonus. We don't have to use that for the calculation of it all. Anyhow, you can see that's kind of what Mazda is trying to get for themselves here in the marketplace. Now, I got to come up here to the best sample. Here, this was a really good sample. This has only 13 kilometers on it, so it's brand new, 37,500 Canadian. I mean, I don't know. I'm not in the American marketplace, but this must be about, let's say, $27,000 American dollars for a new car. I think it's a screaming deal. It's interesting. This Mazda, they should bring this car to North America. They should, if they have this too. Oh, this is a different size engine though. It's a 2800 cc engine. Is this diesel, this one? Doesn't say diesel on that one there. Okay, now we're going to come up to the most fun one. I think now this is this is where this video is going to get interesting. Okay, this is where it's going to get really interesting, and I'm going to try to put it right here onto the detailed pictures right away. The high detailed pictures right away. So, like, yeah. Can you see what I'm seeing right there? You see the word Toyota right there. You see, you know what that's called? The mark. That's called, in Japanese, you call it the emblem. You can see the Toyota emblem. So when I did this here, when I was looking through this first here, I thought, am I looking at the search wrong? And I thought to myself, all these years in Japan, might have been seeing sometimes over the last 5 years, I might have been seeing the Mazda Brawny on the streets, but because it's such a copy of the Hiace, that I might not have noticed it. But not only this is all aftermarket work here. This is all done by the dealership here. This is a dealership called Ju, okay, and this is Teikisei Hanbaiten, it says right there, Ju. And then so this is, what's this got this tax? Well, I want to know why the tax. I don't know why. That's why I love Japan. それは気になるの英語の単語プレって入ってる。どうして私もわかんない。Sometimes I can't get it either, but somehow the dealership here, Jew, okay, the people in the car business, they're really ちょっとかっこつけ. That's a good word in Japanese. かっこつけの人がなんて they love to be cool and stuff like that. So they could have seen this one tax and they just thought it would be like an interesting to put on the plate. I wonder. Anyway, I gotta continue. Let's look at what this dealership is doing. It's unbelievable. So you think, look, the emblem is on the back and we have the word tax on there. I love it. And by the way, I do love what they're doing with the tires and stuff like that. And for all you people who think that there's not fashion in cars, there is huge fashion in cars. And this is a popular look right now. And like, look right here though, it's not a Toyota, it's a Mazda. So not only is this company Mazda copying the Toyota, dealerships like Chu here are actually transforming it into a Toyota. So that's really the mind game in play here. So isn't that really fascinating? Not only is Mazda copying Tokyo, the dealership is Mazda copying Toyota. I say Tokyo real estate man, but the dealerships are bringing it back to Toyota. I can't believe it. I was just in shock. But then I'm not really surprised because it speaks to two things. I think this Mazda is going to be. I have owned one Mazda and it was a really great car. I still love that car. Mazda is really small in Japan. It's such a really minor player. But the Hiace is such an amazing car that they're actually copying it. And there's nothing too special about this. This is just like you'd see. If you look at it like a plain Jane Hiace, this is exactly what you see. The sort of, the nicer Hiaces all have really nice finish and stuff on the back here. But this is really great for a tradesman. And they've got it. Oh, look at this. This is, you know what, this is a good word for you in Japanese. You want to know what this is called? Do you know what it's called? I'm always いつもこの気になるの日本語このチャンネルで本当にお前たちに教えてましょう Yes, I'm teaching you the most interesting Japanese. This is called a bed kit in Japanese. So you can order these for whatever kind of car you have. So you can actually order, this would be a bed kit for like a Mazda Brawny, and then you can go to various places and there's people that customize these kind of bed kits and stuff like that, or beds basically for their cars and stuff like that. Now the stuff that's done here in North America, everyone always likes to have a lot of the sort of wood. They have that birch look and stuff like that, but in Japan that look isn't really, that's considered sort of a junky look. And then most of the bed kits that you can order and stuff like that would come in forms like this, but this is called a Mazda Brawny bed kit. 注文したいだったら連絡してください. Anyhow, I'm speaking too much Japanese today. Sorry. There you go. That's a bed kit. So, and that's a Mazda. It's great. What does this thing got on it? It's a brand new Mazda. What did it? How many kilometers was on this? It's a brand new Toyota Mazda. I can't believe it. All this kind of stuff too is all done here by the dealership and stuff like that. Anyway, another I guess interesting fan here. Like I've never seen this done. So when you're on pages like this, you can like this one, which is of course is Go, which is the dominating or the dominant sort of use for people in the dealer. You can go on to other places like there's Jimoti or Mercari to look at all different kinds of used cars in Japan. But the biggest site here is Goo. And then you can use the. I always just work in Japanese because I just work in Japanese, and I also want to prove as a way of vetting that I kind of know how to do all this stuff in Japanese. So that's why I try to keep this videos and stuff like that in Japanese. But you can there's lots of different things you can do here too. Like here, this is Sokyo Kyori, and then like if I push this, this is gonna flip the market. So when I flip it, oh, did that work, Tokyo Real Estate Man? Did you flip the market? Yeah, you're gonna flip the market. We flipped the market, okay. And then this one here is 2009 with 245,000 kilometers on it. So that's how you flip the market. And then this is going to be Ninshiki Atarashi. So when I do this, we're going to get the 2025s are going to come into the picture. This one's got 8 kilometers on it, like that. And then you can do things for price too. Where are the price ones here? This is the Shaken. Yeah, this is kind of going to be the cheapest sample. So the cheapest sample in the market right there is going to be this one right here. And then that's going to probably, yeah, so here's one for basically $5,000. And then, for example, if there's new ones come here, this is called Keisai, and I talked about it the other day on the real estate channel. And this means like the stuff that's been up or uploaded. This is the stuff that's been like if I push this is going to be the stuff that's been uploaded for the day. Keisai means published. Keisai, not Keizai. Keizai means economics, but Keisai means like published. And then the newest one from today, and you can see the word new here. We had 2019 to 144,000 kilometers for $100 or $19,000. Not bad, but we've already saw a better sample in the marketplace already for cheaper. So yeah, we already saw that one. There could be some different specs with it though that I'm sort of missing. And then another technique, you can go to the stuff that's been on the market that's the most stale, and this is the Furijun, and this will be the stuff that's been on there the longest. Okay. And then like this one, oh, we're at it already. Caraholic, back to the Caraholic, and this one has been on there for quite some time, right? So then your sense is when maybe Caraholic wants to move this car because they've had it up for a long time. But that's a very useful site for looking at all kinds of cars in Japan. In some ways, I think when you're trying to find a really specific good car and you want certain things, I think it's a good site. And like certainly the auction is a thing, but like when you're trying to get a really nice car or like a really specific car, in some ways I think it's I like to use this. We'll go back to the this will be the stuff that's the latest product, I guess, right there. This one's got 7 kilometers on it. Okay, yeah, thank you for taking the time to watch another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man, who is not scrawny. I'm feeling brawny. So yeah, if you want to support the channel, you can always come here to the Instagram where we here. I better go to the top of my profile. Oh, ad blocker, thank you for saving my life. This is my Instagram, Tokyo Real Estate Man website. I invite you to follow it. There is me coming to you from the streets of Niigata. There's me. Feeling that you can always, if you're interested in a car from Japan, you can come here to my website, Tokyo Real Estate Man. What does that mean? You're in the real estate business and you sell cars. That's right, I do both. Hongyo wa furosan, fukugyo wa kuruma. 逆でも問題ないよ。いつもこのチャンネル見てる皆様ありがとうございます。今日父の日ね。Father's Day today. Yes, I got a new tank top. Ooh, Mookie Brawny. いつもこのチャンネル見てる皆様ありがとうございます。今日の動画はもう終わりです。